Hi, I'd like to share some more Eastern acupressure, Jin Shin Jyutsu, with anyone who's open to looking at liver function. Today, this information I'm sharing with you in my car with the intention of encouraging those of us who have, just to find the time to do self-care in unusual ways. Oftentimes, our daily routines take us away from reflection and checking in, taking time and space. And I just encourage us all to find a way inward, especially during this time where I think more than ever it's really important to take um, personal accountability and also initiative to care for ourselves and to share that information with others. So, this time of year, often people want to look at pulling back on things that would burden the liver, looking at ways of detoxing. Where I live, it's deep winter, and oftentimes I get a chilly neck or a sore neck, and often that's connected with releasing liver function. So, right at the base of the skull, um, base of the cranium, both right and left side, there's an area, a mass right at the base of the cerebellum. And that in Jin Shin Jyutsu is called the four. So Jin Shin Jyutsu was brought to North America by Mary Burmeister, a Japanese American woman who studied with Jiro Murai. And Jiro Murai was a Japanese man who himself had experienced physical ailment and through his personal exploration was able to teach and learn some ancient ways. Jin Shin Jyutsu, meaning man, creator, art, is brought to us through Japan but originated in India by way of China. I myself have been studying for just about 30 years, and it's really benefited me and my family in all sorts of measurable and immeasurable ways. So, going into the base of the skull is going to be really beneficial just for releasing tension. So, you can drop the shoulders, soften through the face, and just feel the back of the skull. And we're talking about that area. This is the middle of the neck here. Just follow up until you run into the base of the skull. So, right in there. And at this point, I'm just holding right and left sides evenly and finding a centered, grounded expression of the exhale down the front of the body. Encouraging that within. So now we're going to, in this case, we're going to support, we're going to do the left flow, and that takes us into the left base of the skull. And I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to go onto the right side, just below the collarbone. And so this is the center of the sternum. This is the armpit. So I'm just going somewhere in the midsection under the collarbone, slightly towards the armpit. And index, middle, and ring fingers applied. And again, dropping the shoulders, finding the exhale, getting comfortable. And with Jin Shin Jyutsu, we're focusing on the harmony. We're focusing on what does it feel like to feel good, and allowing any tension just to drain through the front. Recognizing that there's that exhale that originates from around this area, centered down and out and through the feet. That in-breath is an innate gift, and it rides from below the feet up the back of the body above the crown. In-breath through the face and into the heart. Exhaling is the focus, draining through from the heart center down through the torso, below and down the feet, beyond, grounding down and through. In Jin Shin Jyutsu, ideally we're able to stay grounded, focused, exhaling, dropping through the shoulders, softening through the face. And do that for long enough that we begin to feel a response underneath the fingers, both the right and the left, that feels similar to a blood pulse. It's an energetic function pulse. However, we're looking for balance. So if the right hand is experiencing a sensation that's a boom, 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 then we would want to hang out there, exhaling, dropping the shoulders, feeling into it, adjusting the pressure. Could be more, could be less, allowing that energetic pulse to either seek your hand or find connection with your hand through a positive and negative charge, like jumper cables on the body, just encouraging that flow, that spark of life through. We want to allow that right or left hand to match the frequency and the pulsing sensation that we're experiencing on the opposite hand. So that's what we're doing. We're hanging out, exhaling down the front. And the first flow, the first step in the flow of the liver function is like this. And it can be reversed if you feel more tension. See, in this case, I'm holding the left side of my neck at the base because that's where I experience tension right now. So left side for me is way more tender right now. So I'm going into the left side of the skull. But you could reverse it. We could go into the right side and into the left shoulder, below the collarbone on the chest. And you'll just be reminded constantly to exhale. Drop in. And I like doing this work in the car because I can feel, support on my head through the headrest, or, rest my arms, relax through. And in transit, I find that I can usually find 10 minutes somewhere just to pull over, soften, exhale, softening through the belly, draining through the feet. And when I'm ready, recognizing I'm supporting the movement of chi through the body. Take my other hand and join it, just how we started here. And that's the last step. So right now, I'm just moving into that area, holding the fours on each side. And dropping down and through. The inside of the knee is also a fantastic way to stimulate the liver. So after I've held both sides of my skull, I'm actually going to go down and hold the inside of both knees. So I'm just gently resting on the inside of my knee, exhaling, dropping through. Feeling the smile, feeling the relaxation in the body, exhaling. And always with Jin Shin Jyutsu, we allow that drain through the face, through the chest, softening through the belly, opening up through, down and out beyond the feet. And that in-breath is our innate gift, up the back, beyond the crown. Extending through to all that is above, allowing that in-breath to pull that energy down into the heart center. Extending, allowing the breath to elongate the spine, rounding down through the hips, exhaling, softening the belly. Thanks for spending some time with me. I'm hoping to get out in the world this way, sharing more and more. I've been doing a lot of Jin Shin Jyutsu since the last time I posted. I do treatments for myself every day, and it's required. So for me, any way I can help, I will. And